Right now what we're going to do is bring up the candidates for the Mayor of the City of Heath. This is our final segment of the program this evening. Mark Johns, a candidate for Mayor, and Mayor Richard Waugh. Gentlemen, thank you for agreeing to participate in this program. Again, we determined the order of speaking before, and the introduction, the first introduction will be given by Mayor Waugh.
Thank you, Kurt. I appreciate that. Thank you to the Chamber of Commerce and Hopewell Federal Credit Union. I believe the mayor's position in the City of Heath requires two key qualities. One are leadership skills, and the other is community service. I possess both of those. My leadership skills started early. My wife said, don't use the captain of the 8th grade basketball team, so I won't say that. But, I served as president of Sheridan High School senior class in 1977 in Perry County, and treasurer for my in college. I moved here over 25 years ago, and within 1 year of beginning my career, I joined the Newark JCs in a service organization. Within 5 years, I was serving in leadership roles with Area 6 Special Olympics, Licking County Ducks Unlimited, Miss Central Ohio Scholarship Patch. I've served over 20 years on many of those committees. In 2001, I joined the Heath-Sertoma Service to Mankind, won numerous recognition and awards, including East Central Ohio District and Great Lakes Region 2007 Sertoman of the Year. Sertoma has been a good leadership training field for me. We have 700 kids, 200 coaches, 2,500 kids, or parents and grandparents. You have to deal with people. In February 2005, I was appointed to Heath City Council, and in June of 2007, appointed mayor for the City of Heath. My service to the citizens of Heath continues in positions of leadership with the Licking County Chamber of Commerce, Heath Community Arts Council, United Way, Food Pantry, Star-Spangled Celebration, etc. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor Waugh. Mr. Johns, your introductory remarks.
Thank you. I also want to thank Hopewell Federal Credit Union for sponsoring tonight's event, the Grand Bill Inn, and also the Licking County Chamber of Commerce. Thanks for inviting me tonight. My name is Mark Johns. I'm candidate for Mayor of Heath. I was born and raised in Lancaster. My parents still live in the split-level house that I grew up in on the west side of town. I graduated from Ohio University with a degree in journalism. I met my wife, Natalie, there as a student at OU, and we've been married now for 14 years. We've got two daughters. My older daughter is a 5th grader at Stevenson Elementary. My younger daughter is a 2nd grader at Garfield Elementary. I've worked for the same company now for about 10 years. We lived in Florida prior to moving to Heath, and as Mr. Hall maybe had mentioned, we decided that maybe the Florida schools were not the best for our children. We had a number of different factors that were pulling us back home where our family is, and I've been, for the past 6 years, working with this company as a software project manager. I help clients that have purchased our software manage their implementation teams, manage their people going from the point that they have purchased our software to the point that they are now up and running on the software. Throughout the year, I've enjoyed having hundreds and hundreds of conversations with Heath voters on their front porches, at grocery stores and local events, and those voters have been very friendly and excited about my mayoral campaign. I look forward to continuing those conversations with the voters in Heath, talking to them about my better ideas for city government and Heath's future, and just as importantly, listening to their feedback as well.
Thank you, Mr. Johns. We'll now go to the first question. Just a reminder, we're going to have 4 questions. They'll have 90 seconds each to answer the question, and we'll move on to the next question. First question is going to go to Mr. Johns first. This summer, the City of Heath installed traffic cameras to image and assist in the ticketing of vehicles for moving violations. The installation has caused quite a stir and has in fact led to a referendum this fall. I know you get to vote as one person on this. What is your position on the traffic cameras placement and why? Mr. Johns.
Thank you. I probably would not have looked to have instituted this photo enforcement program. I certainly understand the need for it. I took a look at the study that was done by Redflex to determine where these cameras were going to be located. And in 2 days in March, over a 12-hour period of time on both days. They monitored 8 different speed locations and 4 different red light locations, and the math worked out to be about 55,000 speeding violations and over 2,700 red light violations in a month. So I understand the need, but I also understand the effectiveness of having police officers do that job. I typically try not to speed. I certainly don't run red lights. But there are particular towns in Licking County that I pay close attention to my speedometer, like Kirkersville and St. Louisville and Alexandria, and in Pataskala when I'm on 16 going through toward Reynoldsburg. I do that because I've seen police officers monitoring those streets. And I don't want to see people running red lights in Heath or speeding in Heath, regardless of whether there's a camera there to catch them or not. And you do that by having a reputation of having a police department that will enforce those laws and be recognized by the residents of no matter where I drive in this city, not just through certain intersections, I better pay attention to what I'm doing and driving safely.
Thank you, Mr. Johns. Mayor Waugh.
Kurt, I didn't think you'd ask about photo enforcement cameras. Imagine that. I have a few remarks. I attended the Harden Municipal League annual conference in October of 2007 and first found out about photo enforcement. I brought it back to our chief, Chief Shepard. He had heard about photo enforcement. He knew that the program works. We did a citizen survey in April of 2008 to over 25% of the people receiving water bills in the city of Heath. We had 263 responses, so we had, statistically speaking, a pretty good idea that the over a 2-to-1 margin that the folks in Heath agreed with the traffic photo enforcement system. We followed ODOT and Ohio Revised Code protocol. We did find out that we have a terrible speed problem in the city of Heath, and we have had several very serious accidents with red light running and T-bones. Council and the administration have been 100% together on this issue. It's about safety. It's about the safety of the citizens that live in the city of Heath. It's about our kids. It's about the people that come and visit the city of Heath. I've been for it. The speeds are down 81%. The accidents are down. There is no increase. There's a decrease in rear-end collisions. And this is about safety, and we're glad that we've implemented the program in Heath, Ohio.
Thank you, Mayor Waugh. The second question will first go to you. And we're asking you to describe your economic plan for the city of Heath. The catch is you have 90 seconds.
Economic development is what pushes everything that makes the city run. We have 500 acres of commercial industrial land down along the Thornwood corridor. We have plans next year to upgrade the culverts, and in 2013 we have a plan to widen Thornwood Drive. We're building a 500,000 gallon standpipe water tower next year. Legislation's already been passed. Cherry Valley Road intersection and State Route 16 interchange is expected to be completed in 2013 and 2014. The Heath North Licking County Port Authority just extended James Parkway to make another loop. We have the infrastructure in place to make Heath viable in the future, and we anticipate more business coming. We have a railroad spur. We have all kinds of good things happening in the city of Heath.
Thank you, Mayor Waugh. Mr. Johns, your economic plan for the city of Heath, obviously an abbreviated one, 90 seconds.
Sure, thank you. First of all, it's true. I think Heath is blessed with good access to transportation routes, having 79 coming through, connecting to I-70 south of us, and an expanded 4-lane highway soon of 161 and 16 to the north of us. A railroad spur. Heath is blessed with good transportation routes. I agree with the mayor of the need to build the water tower in an area that would be prime for development. I disagree with the proposal that they have to fund that through water fund money. And I certainly disagreed with his initial proposal that he came to City Council with, which was to raise water rates for the residents of Heath to help pay for that. A couple of additional ideas that I have to help attract businesses and to Heath. First of all, I'd like to initiate a Heath Business Association. This is a body that would be for businesses, by businesses, working in conjunction with the Chamber of Commerce. Because I read the book, the Community Capitalism book, and I know that you folks have a good group working along those ideas, and although the specifics of southwestern Michigan and Licking County may be different, I think the ideas and the principles do hold true. And I think having such an association would better the communication between city businesses and city government so that we can proactively communicate and hopefully try to initiate ideas coming from the Chamber on those lines. I also would like to initiate an economic development fund for the city of Heath. I've done some homework on this and found out that cities can initiate their own economic development funds if the money comes from the general fund, and that's where our revenue camera money is coming from right now.